Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Carr, and I'm really excited about our topic today. How many people have gotten a present for somebody on Christmas, maybe Hanukkah, maybe birthday, or gone to a website that was supposed to be a DIY, and you were looking at the instructions and you're completely, totally lost? Happens to me all the time. In fact, I hate the get your PhD on my company at my DIY site. Think about it. Well, let me back up. When I was in college, my freshman year, I had to take a writing class. And in that writing class, we had to write a paper, of course, since it's a writing class. And the teacher said, you can write a creative writing paper, or you can write a how-to paper. And he's just talked about the creative writing paper. And since I have a difficulty in writing, I thought, I like the how-to paper. So I went to him in office hours and said, hey, I'd like to do this, but you're not talking about it. He said, well, I know I'm not talking about it because a how-to paper is much more difficult to write. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, it's a how-to. I'm going to follow the instructions. And if I get lost, then it hurts your grade. So I decided I was going to write my paper on how to make a margarita. So I went back to my dorm room and I started writing out the steps to do that. And I would give it to my roommate, Dave, and say, Dave, you got to follow the instructions all the way to make a margarita. And like he literally got to the first part where he's supposed to grab a lime. And I said, grab a lime. He said, I don't know, my index fingers and kind of whatever. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, isn't that intuitive? Like, no. Anyway, writing a how-to paper is incredibly difficult because it's step by step by step by step to do that stuff. So you go back to Christmas presents, Hanukkah presents and stuff. It's like those how-tos, have you ever noticed? They're horrific. What's my point? My point is, if you've got ADHD, it's an executive functioning impairment. Part of executive function is working memory, basically thinking inside your head towards a goal. Basically, thinking through the steps of how to put something together. Now, it's interesting because I talk to people with ADHD that you got to make thinking easier, and they look at me like I got 6 heads. Well, you know, it's just like if I've got this thing more and more, I'm going to YouTube. Can somebody demonstrate to me how to put this damn thing together? Because I can see it and I can understand it. It's so much easier. People with ADHD, they're trying to learn and do some stuff where they're using their working memory. It's hard. It's like it's so much easier if you get somebody to demonstrate or show you the way through that. It sounds kind of crazy, but my point really is people neurotypicals who write these how-to things, it's hard for them to do it, so hard that they skip out of it. They take the short route and they throw the burden on everybody else to figure it out on their own. People with ADHD, you notice, is like when they've got to write that, they shortcut it, whatever. This is hard stuff. This is hard stuff. What's the point of the video? You got ADHD, thinking inside your head is difficult. I'm really just trying to make this tangible so that you can kind of get where I am, like, oh, wow, this stuff is hard. And so all too often, if you're having some difficulty, it's really good to go get somebody to help you out, show me how to do this, get a template, watch a video. If I were to describe to you how to tie some knots and you didn't know the name of it, you might have difficulty. But if I demonstrated it to you, you might find it a hell of a lot easier for you to do that. So again, if you've got ADHD, thinking inside your head is difficult. Often you need to reach out to watch a video, get somebody to show you how to do it. Neurotypical struggle with this too. 𝐓𝐘𝐒, the instructions to put anything together where you got like all kinds of extra parts and you're calling the help desk because you can't get to work right. So I hope this has been helpful. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and also comments, thoughts, funny stories that you've had would be great in this particular area. I'm sure we can have a lot of fun with that. Also, we do what we do in service of you. We certainly love your support by hitting the thanks button on our YouTube channel. With that, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.